What's up, folks? It's your boy Coach Ty back at you with another one. And in today's video, we have the cable push down how-to. As usual, we're going through tips, tricks, how to nail the form and get the most out of the exercise. Let's get straight into it. Here we go. First thing is attachments. So you got a ton of options with a tricep push down. You can use a good old-fashioned ropes. You can use one of these easy bar numbers. You've got V bars. I don't have a straight bar here, but you could use one of those. And for a single arm version, you can also go with a D handle. They all have their kind of advantages, but I would just tell you to pick one based on preference and then stick with that one for the foreseeable future and focus on progressive overload. Then once you've got your attachment, next thing, of course, comes the form. And you want to keep your elbows fully tucked in. Try not to let your elbows start raising. If your elbows start raising up and down, you're going to start recruiting the lats into the exercise because you're flexing and extending the shoulder. So keep your shoulder in a fixed position, elbows at your side. And then from there, you're looking for full extension of the triceps and then full flexion. We don't want to short the range of motion. As always, no half reps at the top or at the bottom, full flexion, full extension. You also might have noticed I poked my butt out as soon as I started performing this exercise. Now, this is something that I like to do. I like to lean forward on a tricep push down instead of staying upright, mainly because if you stay upright, your range of motion gets cut. When you shift the hips back, you see how my elbows naturally went into a fully flexed position. So push the butt back so you can get your elbows fully flexed, and that'll extend the range of motion on the exercise. As always, we want to make the muscle do the work and not momentum. So make sure you're not bouncing and using your torso to perform the exercise. Make your triceps do all the work. Another thing you'll see people do is getting on top of the weight, letting the elbows flare out and pushing down here. Now, that can have some advantage if you're using a weight that's so heavy that it's pulling you up off the ground, but I would say try to avoid that as best as you can. Next thing is you have two options, bilateral versus unilateral, using both arms versus using one. Each one has its advantage. I would say the main advantage of bilateral doing both sides is it's gonna save you time. Doing it unilaterally, single armed, you can focus much more on the form per side than you can with both sides. You cut the weight down. It's just a lot easier to dial in the form with unilateral than it is with bilateral. Also, if you've got one arm bigger than the other, which many people do, it's very normal, you can even out those arms that way. But again, kind of boils down to preference. Again, the triceps, much like the biceps, fast twitch muscles, so you don't need a whole lot of volume here. You really don't need a whole lot of volume if you've done any pressing movements on that same day. If you've bench pressed, overhead pressed, your triceps are probably good with that. If not, I would say 2, maybe 3 sets. Between 4 and 10 reps is all your triceps are gonna need, and they'll be sufficiently fatigued to induce growth. That's it for today's video, folks. I'm Coach Ty with Muscle Wiki. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check us out on musclewiki.com. Check us out in your app store. I will see you with the next one. Deuces. I'm gonna keep you in.
I tried to get out of it.
No.